What's going on, guys? I get a lot of you asking me what I do for work because I tend to take a lot of pictures of me just driving around, and it may seem aimlessly, but it's for a reason, obviously. But yeah, I'm gonna try and fix this thing while I tell you about that. We just got a pretty bad sleet storm in Connecticut here, and my driveway is pretty shitty. I went to start up the snowblower today, and I poured the gas in the gas tank, and it dumped out the other side. So I'm hoping it's just a loose hose or something like that. But we're gonna try and fix it. So obviously fill cap, but I was trying to start it, and when I was trying to start it, it was just pouring out of here. Obviously that's a problem, so we're gonna try and get her going. But like I said, you guys always ask me what I do for work, so I'm gonna explain that. Just grab some tools. I'll set you down on the workbench probably, and just get going. So that guy. Pull this guy out. Probably need something bigger, but it's alright. Actually check the battery on this thing. Nope. Okay. This is kind of difficult, recording and doing things in one fell swoop here. Take you over to my battery charging station. Oh, and I got a 5 amp hour up here, ready to go. Fucking. So, get this guy on here, and set you down right here for a second. Hopefully that looks okay. Maybe. Nah. Too high. Put you right up there. That's okay. Plug my phone in. And get to work here. So, I kind of don't really know where to start with this thing. But, I'm going to start taking shit off it. So, what I do, I work for a company called Mondale Automotive, which is kind of ironic because we do almost nothing automotive. It's all medium duty, heavy duty diesel, class 8 truck, stuff like that. We specialize in a bunch of things. We are kind of I want to say an AutoZone for truck parts, but it's like way better than that. We specialize like rotating electrical, turbos, emission systems, fueling systems. We have a full electrical shop, so we like rewind armatures and all that stuff for rotating electrical, so starters, alternators. We've got a full fuel shop that we rebuild like inline pumps, rotary pumps, fuel pumps, that is, injectors. We test both injectors and pumps. We do some stuff with turbos. We're a pretty big distributor for Holset, pretty big distributor for Borg. We have some Garrett stuff. What else? So, like I was saying, we got a full electrical shop. Sorry about that, I had to change this. I couldn't see shit on this side. I got some better lighting over here. But we have a full electrical shop. We have a fuel shop. We have emissions department, which is what I do. I am the lead tech for retrofit DPFs. And if any of you know about trucks, after treatment systems, emission systems, that's my whole world right there, essentially. I essentially put DPFs on trucks that don't come with them from the factory. People tend not to like me, think I'm like a tree hugger. That's really not the case. Honestly, it gives me a job, so I'm happy with it. My company treats me really well. I'll get back into like exactly what I do in a second, but the company treats me well. A little bit of a tangent. I went to college for a year. I went to Sacred Heart University over here in Connecticut. Didn't really do so well. I failed out. I failed out after that year. We can say I didn't really like school so much. I'm more of a mechanical person, obviously. That's all I do. But tried to do school, didn't happen. Got kicked out for grades, didn't get kicked out for anything else. But let me put it this way: I got a 0.9 GPA my first year. A lot of people can't do that. My parents weren't very happy at all, being that they paid for it. But it is what it is. 5/16. So, anyway, getting back to what I do. I work for this company, and they hired me right out of tech school. So after I failed out of college, I went to tech school. And honestly, I am very happy that I did so. Dropping everything over here. Went to tech school, did really well in tech school. They hired me. That was in 2014. Been with them ever since. Moved up in the company pretty well. I can pretty much say I answered to like two people, which was one being the owner, one being the manager. Manager I refer to as my boss. Awesome dude. Honestly, super grateful that he's taught me a lot. Taught me how to weld, taught me how to fabricate. Actually, he's the one that gave me this monstrosity of a snowblower. Gave me the generator that we use. And then just the amount of knowledge that I have gained from this guy is obscene, almost. But anyway, yeah. So, like I said, getting back to what I actually do. I put DPFs on trucks. And the reason for that, in New York State, in New York City, the 5 boroughs, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, New York, Staten Island, any federally funded, state-funded, city-funded job site, every vehicle that goes onto that job site needs to have a DPF or needs to be in compliance with EPA regulations, CARB regulations. That's where all this stuff came from, is EPA and CARB. Yeah, so like I was saying before, people, they don't really like me so much because I'm putting this hunk of junk shit on their truck, and they say the truck runs like shit after I put it on. You know, I call that the case of the ever sinces. So ever since I put this on the truck runs like shit. Yeah, no, your truck probably ran like shit before that. It just you know, now you see it really bad because, you know, engine's trying to blow through a straw essentially. When your truck runs like shit, and by running like shit I mean pouring all black soot out of the tailpipe, yeah, that might be cool, right? And like all for like performance and stuff like that. Performance diesels, fucking badass. What other engine can produce 2,100 foot-pounds of torque at 2,000 RPM? You know, that's cool. I get it. But rolling coal down the highway is a complete waste. You're literally wasting fuel. And if I wanted to do that, I could just go get a 5-gallon bucket and pour it out the window while I was driving, because that's essentially what you're doing. But anyway, obviously you can get my stance on that. Yeah. So that's really what I do. I work on a lot of fleet stuff. At the moment, there is a city ordinance, right, for the BIC in New York City, which is the Business Integrity Committee, and a lot of waste haulers, obviously, like all the garbage trucks, well, everything that goes to the dump or transfer stations has a BIC plate, the orange plate on the side of the truck. If it has that plate, it needs to be compliant. That's pretty much where it comes from. So I'm doing a lot of stuff like for fleets and whatnot. But yeah, I also do a lot of equipment, which is a little bit different. But give me a second, let me figure out what I need here. Actually, yeah. And like I said, I'm gonna do a toolbox tour or whatever, and honestly, it might be a little difficult because I have a bunch of toolboxes. I've got this black one in the house that has a bunch of homeowner tools, such as the DeWalt thing. I have one in the bed of my truck that, if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen, which I love, by the way. Joe Box, awesome product. I'm obviously not getting sponsored by this because this is my second video, but super cool toolbox. And I will go through that another day. But let's see if we can get this off here. Lose all the pieces. Now we fucked. Okay, so that came off relatively easy. We're about to lose this cotter pin, which I can get the whole thing off. Got pliers. Now my whole basement is going to be full of fucking water because I pulled this thing outside before I knew it didn't work. And, oh, I got this cool little rolly tool seat that I can be putting everything in, and I'm not like an idiot. It's got drawers, which is pretty sweet. I found the problem. I will show you what the problem is in a second. Oh, motherfucker. Okay. So, it's a little 11 horsepower Tecumseh. I think that's how you say it, Tecumseh or some shit like that. But, obviously, carburetor opens, closes with, you know, that's your choke, essentially. But the problem is right in here. I don't know if you can see it from there. broken. I could probably just pull it and break it even more. Yeah, that's a problem, obviously. I need to get more of it. That is the feed from the fuel line, and now my fucking hands stink like gasoline. God damn it. I want to pull this whole thing off so I can change that little elbow too, maybe. Okay, so at least I know what the problem is now. Before I had no idea what it was, which was very frustrating. It was starting and only running for a few seconds because the gasoline just dumped out of it. So I may pull this whole thing off, this whole choke assembly. I'll pull that off so I can get to this. Let's go get a screwdriver. And it may look like I don't know where any of my tools are, and it's just because I recently got rid of one of my Snap-on boxes, actually right before we moved here. You know how it goes. Had to sell some shit to be able to afford some things, aka the car. the motor was paid for by my Snap-on box, essentially, which was a gift from my parents when I graduated tech school. But shit happens. So got rid of it, had some cash, built the car. So yeah, now like I said, I'm using this black box here, which I forget what it's either a Craftsman or a Husky or something like that. I don't even know. But it works. I can't complain. Oh, yep, there's the problem. Hopefully I got that, but so I gotta get this guy off. And this is probably just because it's so fucking old. I did actually have this serviced before this year, but God, now both hands are covered in gasoline and I'm touching the camera. Great. I don't think there's enough slack on here. Huh. We're leaking from somewhere else now. Oh, that's the drain for the float, for the bowl, so I obviously can't route it that way. Yep, definitely not gonna happen that way. Shit. Okay, so now that becomes a little pain in the ass because I gotta fucking pull the tank, get the little line from the bottom of the tank. Son of a bitch. It's never easy. It is literally never easy. And I wonder if I have any fuel line. I definitely have fuel line in my box at work, I think. Oh well. So I may be stuck in the water here. This is just gonna stink like gas down here too now. I don't know what to do. That's bad picture, but fuck. Well, good thing is it's not something serious, I guess. I don't know if there's any more slack on this line here. But there's no other way I'm going to be able to get this on here without it doing the same exact thing again. Ow. Probably just going to wind up doing the same thing if I leave it like this. I may leave it like this for tonight and then try and run it This is interesting. Shit. I was wondering what the hell this thing was, and I think this is just for the key. I think this is what that does. I think. Hopefully. Yeah, I think that's just the connector for the key, which is okay. I can figure that out. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Just a little bit of a pain in the ass. Yeah, I'm gonna just leave this open anyway because it doesn't make a difference. Does not make a single difference. And I'll just tie this up for now. Alright, just zip tie it over here for now. What can't you fix with a zip tie? And duct tape. Zip tie and duct tape. As Finnegan would say. And if you know what I'm talking about, good for you. If not, oh well. You'll figure it out. Definitely gonna have to put this back in here. I should probably move you guys so you can see what I'm doing, right? Bucket's still. Cool. Alright, well, I know that works now, so I'll be a little bit happier. Let's put this shit back together. Didn't realize there was a screw still in that thing. Put the choke back on. Back together at least. And we'll be in some kind of shape. Be in some good shape. I'm gonna get her going tomorrow at some point probably. Because tonight's too late. It's I don't even know what time it is. 9 something, 8 something. But yeah, so that's a little bit of me. That's what I do at least. I put up a poll today on Instagram about, just asking you guys what you want to see content-wise. And like I said before, I don't want this to be an entire channel about my car. I was almost going to sell the car, so there that would have went. But I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of car YouTubers out there, and I don't know. It's cool, but I'm not going anywhere crazy like that. Props to them for making it. Son of a bitch. Okay, I got it. Never mind. That functions. Run. Stop. Key. Hey man, can't do any more than that tonight. But tomorrow's another day. And tomorrow's Valentine's Day. I don't even know what I'm doing. What else is there down here? It's been real. Whole, how long have we been recording here? 20 minutes or something like that. Took me that long to get this thing apart. If I would have stopped talking a long time ago, we would have been alright. Oh, the key and the choke lever covers here. That. This. That is exactly what that is a key. Zip tie that real quick so I don't fucking lose it. Oh, well, like I was saying, completely forgot. I put a poll on Instagram today asking what you guys wanted to see and whatnot. And I got a lot of car things. Obviously, the car is going to be a video. My car and her car. And by her, I mean Amy. I'm going to do two car videos, so that's two. We're going to do the two toolboxes. We're going to do paintball, which that'll be fun. I gotta remember to bring them out. My paintball stuff is actually right to the right of the camera at the moment. Maybe I'll record some of that stuff and see what's up. Racing. This season I plan on tracking the car a bunch, so we'll get a bunch of stuff with that. I have two GoPros and my DSLR. Like I said, I gotta fix the DSLR, but once I do that, then we're golden for that. Somebody actually asked me if we wanted to do, actually someone told me to do a Q&A with Brent Tuning. For those of you that don't know, they're the ones that tune the car from day one. I pretty much didn't have anything done to the car other than some aesthetic stuff, coilovers and whatnot. Basic bitch Cobb OTS map, until my company got me a truck. It was my daily for like a year. And it's funny, the way I got the car, I crashed my motorcycle, collected insurance money, had a broken wrist for a year, couldn't ride motorcycles, so I said, fuck it, let me buy the car, bought the car. So that's how that went. But anyway, didn't really have anything done to the car. And then, first time I brought it up there to get tuned, went full bolt-ons, so like intake, TGV delete, TGR delete, catless downpipe. We went killer B, dual center wastegate headers, and then flex fuel. And she ate it. She made 400 wheel horsepower, and I was at that 400 for the next year. The car was a beast. So I may hit them up to see if Chris or Bren wants to do a video with me. If not, then whatever. If they do, that'd be super dope. What else? Somebody asked me if I wanted to do a collab with them. John, I will do that. We will do that. Definitely gonna get some footage of my buddy Chris with the 240 that we pulled the motor out like 2 weekends ago. Definitely gonna go there. He's still, I think, tearing it down or cleaning it up, or it's at the machine shop or some shit. So we're gonna put that back together. I want to be there to put it back together. I didn't talk to him. Chris, let me help you. So I'll get some footage for that. Drop the motor back in that. Hopefully that runs. So there's going to be some house shit. We're making a bench for our kitchen table, kitchen net thing. We're doing I need to redo the banisters for upstairs. We want a carpet upstairs. I want to, what else? I want to get down here situated, but that's like a big fucking project. Big project. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But you guys gave me some good suggestions, and I'm gonna take them, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully, this channel grows. Like I said, it's not really gonna just be cars like this. I'll probably do some vlogs. Somebody asked me about vlogs. I'll do some vlogs about this stuff. I'll see if I can do stuff while I'm working, which, like I said in the intro video, may be a little difficult, but I'll do what I can. Yeah. So I got some stuff lined up, ready to go. The next video will probably be something about paintballing. I might go through my gear bag. Some of my shit is old because I've been playing since 2008 or something like that. Yeah, I've been playing for like 10 years. I'm not really good. It doesn't really show, but it's alright. I just bought myself a new gun this year. I've been killing it with that. So we'll see. We'll see where it goes. But anyway, like and subscribe. Jesus Christ. Cool shit, man. We'll see what happens.